Dad and Kids Play 1.
Okay, welcome back everybody. This is Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play, and we're here to bring you another video. So in this installment, we're gonna be going over Magneto move list from X-Men: Children of the Atom. Hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead with the video. Okay, so first order of business, let's talk about his taunt, and you do this by doing the quarter circle forward and the fierce kick button. And I believe Magneto is the only character in the game that has a taunt. I like when he does it and how his eyes just turn red. That's crazy. You can tell he's a villainous character. Okay, so the next move I want to talk about is called the Electric Magnetic Disruptor, or either the EM Disruptor. And you do this by pressing just doing a standing fierce punch, or if you jump in the air, just press medium punch. Press medium punch. So yeah, this move is it's actually it's a good projectile attack, and then plus, I mean, you don't even have to do a motion. You just press a button and he'll just shoot out a beam. Now how busted is that? So yeah, standing fierce punch for the EM Disruptor on the ground, and a medium punch while you're in midair to do the move. So there you have it. Okay, so the next move I want to talk about is the Magnetic Blast, and you just do that. You just press fierce punch while in midair, and Magneto will shoot out a boomerang shaped energy blast at his opponent. Now, this move is very annoying because once you make it to the end of the game or the end of the arcade mode and you face Magneto, the first thing he'll do, he'll go into his flight. He go into his flight mode and go into the air, and then he'll just start doing this right here. You just repeatedly just keep doing that. So yeah, I literally get PTSD just even looking at myself doing this. So there you have it. That's, just fierce punch in midair. Okay, so the next move I want to talk about is his Hyper Grab, and I love this attack. And you do that by doing a reverse quarter circle and light kick. And Magneto uses magnetic powers to grab his opponent and to pull his opponent towards him. This move is equivalent of Scorpion's "Get over here!" Attack from Mortal Kombat. So yeah, it's a good setup move if you can pull it off. And you can also do it in midair. All it is a setup move. The Hyper Grab itself doesn't take any damage doesn't give any damage to your opponent, but it's a good setup move. So once you grab your opponent with it, you can go into other attacks, because your opponent can't even move once you grab them. So yeah, they basically paralyzed. Yep. Okay, so next order of business, let's talk about his electromagnetic shock. And you do this by doing a quarter circle forward and medium punch. And Magneto shoot out a blast of energy. It's like 3 streams of energy, blue energy. And let me tell you, this move will melt your opponent health if you catch them. But if your opponent get caught with all 3 streams of that attack, their HP is going to melt. So yeah, you can do this move in midair, and you can also do it in, let me see, you can knock them down on the ground. and do it. You can hit him on the ground with the move, so it's pretty good. And matter of fact, what I usually do is I grab him with the hyper grab and then go into it, or hyper grab, EM Disruptor, and then go into it. So yeah, it's a good move. Very good move. All right, so Magneto's flight ability is his X Factor. Uses his X Factor, and I think you have to be like level 1, I believe. Yeah, you have to be level 1, and you do this by a reverse quarter circle and light punch, and Magneto flies up in the air, and then you can just do all the attacks that you normally can do while you're on the ground. Magneto flight ability is very effective because for number one, the main thing with Magneto is one of the main broken things about him. His X Factor automatically builds up by itself. Now, check this out. Cut your eyes to the top of the screen and look at his X Factor. Now I'm gonna do Magneto's flight ability and see how the X Factor came back. It just build right back up by itself. Now I'm gonna do the same. Well, I'm gonna do another move. I'm gonna do his shockwave and watch how his X Factor builds back up by itself. Check this out. Now look, this is no cheat. This is no cheat code. His X Factor automatically builds up on his own. And this is one of the reasons why Magneto is so broken in this game. Nuts, man. But anyway, Magneto's flight is very effective, and use it wherever you feel like it's necessary. Okay, so this move is called the Magneto Tempest, but it doesn't work. You have to be on a certain section of his stage. Let's see if we can do this. So we're gonna change this. We're gonna change the stage position, and remember that only Magneto, the only stage that you can do this in, is on Avalon. You can't do this nowhere else. So we're gonna go to the blue section of Avalon. Okay, so now let's see if we can do this move now. So it's like what? Quarter circle forward and light punch. Yep. Okay. All right. So once you make it to the blue section, just do a quarter circle forward, light punch to summon the metal, and then do a quarter circle forward and medium, and then press medium kick to actually launch it at your opponent. Now you can also do this move in midair. And this move, let me see. See something here. Oh, okay. It doesn't use X Factor. I thought it did, but it really don't. Okay, so yeah, quarter circle forward and light punch to summon the metal, and then a quarter circle forward and press medium kick to actually throw it at your opponent. Okay, so this is one of the most broken moves in the game, and that is Magneto has the ability to cast a force field around his body, and you do this by doing a quarter circle. I want to say quarter circle forward and fierce punch. Yep. And when Magneto is like this, nothing can hurt him. Nothing. Now, the shield only lasts for a little while, but while you in that shield, nothing can hurt you, and they just basically at your mercy. The only thing about it, two things: the shield doesn't last that long, and you can only do the shield only once per round. So keep that in mind. Okay, and finally, let's do his Hyper X, which is the magnetic shockwave, and you do this by a quarter circle forward and light kick, and Magneto will cast his strongest attack at his opponent. Now, this is a devastating super move, especially when you mix it up with the EM Disruptor and the Hypergraph, and it's very destructive. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It comes out fast. It hits hard. It's a great super move. You can only do it in the ground. You can't do it in midair. So I guess that's the only thing about it. But yeah, magnetic shockwave, y'all. All right. So in closing, I want to say Magneto. Honestly, it's really nothing. Okay, let me put it this way. This character is beyond broken. In my opinion, even more so than Akuma. First of all, his X Factor builds up on his own, and it builds up fast. So any moves that take away from your X Factor, if you want to do it, you can do it, because as soon as you do the move, your X Factor gonna come right back on his own. Another thing with Magneto is he's very fast, super fast. He could actually look at this. Look at his movement speed, and he could actually dart across the full screen in no time. And not only that he has fast speed, he hits hard. He hits really hard, and let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say about him. The main thing with Magneto I can say is, he has a strong air game. You can mix him up with different projectiles. You could, if you play with Magneto the way you're supposed to, your opponent won't be able to touch you, literally. You can keep them at bay the whole game. And even if they manage to get close to you, even if they manage to get close to you, it still can mean certain death for them. I don't even care if they're a rushdown character. His moves are just broken, man. And not only do they come out fast, they hit hard. The only move that I know that is like I say, the strongest move in the game is probably Storm's secondary Hyper X move when she casts a Hailstorm. But besides that, man, that magnetic shockwave is probably, I don't know. I ain't really want to say it's the most effective super move. I'm not going to say that, but it's very effective because it comes out really fast and it hits hard. And the only other move that I know that I like just as much as the magnetic shock, the magnetic shockwave is the mega optic blast. But all right, so that's really Magneto's list. He's a broken character. You're really not supposed to be able to play with Magneto. He's a computer controlled opponent, but I'm using cheat codes to manipulate the game so I could play with him and Juggernaut, because they're really the bosses of the game. And with Magneto being the actual last boss of the game, he's broken. That's all I can really say. You play with Magneto, everybody is at your mercy. No chance. They have a chance, but the chance is like what? 0.5 or something like that. 0.5%. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but hey, that's how I see it. Well, guys, with that said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That was Magneto's move list, and if you like what you saw, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. Once again, this is Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play. We all hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.